Chambua Game.
Chambua Game indeed, of course, kicks off at this particular hour. It is, I'm looking at time on what is happening already in the FIFA 2026 World Cup. Already we are into the 20-something minutes. I think that they're almost going to do their hydration break. Actually, they have gone for their hydration break. Right here on 90 Plus, we are doing our hydration break with steam. Of course, with the original, with the recharge, and with the power. Already hapa, kina Arocho, na kina Katela, na Kauleni, na Lucky Eriano, na Kakazema wako hydration ya steam. As we speak right now, it's 0-0 Portugal versus Spain. Knockout for a place in the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. Chambua Game. And of course, I want you to engage with us, talk to us. Our lines are open. We are asking you, between Spain and Portugal, who do you think will make it into the round of 8? Between Spain and Portugal, which team will make it into the quarterfinals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup? On our socials, we are open. Our phone number that you can actually interact with us from now till when the game ends is 0795 045 864. That's the number you can call in live. And also you can WhatsApp us, 0793267279. Is the number. And remember also on this particular show, we always give away goodies in our Call a Friend segment later on. So you can send, of course, someone you know is very good in football matters. Start with the name. Just start with the name of that particular person you want them to be called in live. And then you know that indeed they're good in football. Tell us who you are. And then, of course, give us their number. We shall call them, engage them during the Call a Friend segment. Hapa hivi kwa 90 Plus. Arocho, your prediction for this particular game, just before we get into mambo ya FIFA. Yani FIFA na Donald Trump wamejiingiza kwa matope hawatatoka. But Arocho, Portugal, Spain.
Well, I have a disclaimer before I make my prediction. My disclaimer is, if in any case Cristiano Ronaldo is on the pitch for more than 75 minutes, then Portugal will lose. So it will all depend on how, I've seen he started the match. If he'll be in the pitch for more than 75 minutes, then Portugal will lose.
You're saying Oriti, Oreno. Okay. Katela. Umesema.
Mimi naenda na fresh blood. I'll go for Spain.
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal. I'll go for Spain actually for this game. I'm really rooting for Spain actually.
I'm a Spain. So at least we have 3 Spain. Arocho is not declaring his stand. Arocho anapenda kukaa tu kwa fence. Yeye anaonea tu watu wa good. But of course, he's a very tactical person, of course, in matters to do with football. But what tuingie kwa maneno, Arocho, we've seen, most of you already know what's happening with FIFA and the World Cup and the US President Donald Trump. Now, if my producer Nyaringita together with my director have that particular clip where the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has just come out and embarrassed the FIFA President Gianni Infantino about exactly what transpired, to the point whereby a red card that was issued to a player for Balogun during their Bosnia-Herzegovina game in the last 32, that particular card has been rescinded and suspended. Now, I have never in my whole football career seen something like this. However, this has put and embarrassed the entire world governing body, FIFA. In my own words, I might be wrong, but definitely there is something that is actually happening beneath. Now, FIFA has come out to issue a statement trying to say and cover up everything about, oh, we did this, we were supposed, this matter was brought up by the disciplinary committee. So I don't know if that is true indeed, but let's just listen in to the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, saying it himself that he actually made a call to Gianni Infantino to ask for a review. Skiza alafu tukuje tuchambue maneno.
You know, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So Yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. And he was good before this started. In fact, I said to Johnny, let's do it again next time. And he said, that would be hard. I said, no, you do it again. But at the same time, you give it to somebody else for the next one. I don't know. It's a little crazy idea. But all I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was two great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled. That was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that, would be different. And I think it's a terrible, if they wouldn't allow, a top player, maybe the best, maybe among the best players on the team to play, I think it would have had a big stain. And I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do. But, and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision.
Arocho, Gianni Infantino of FIFA released a statement just a while back this evening. And just to refute what people are saying, that, it is the president who called Gianni, or it is the disciplinary committee that sat and decided this. There's just let me read a caption of it. One of the statements from FIFA on their social media platforms verified. And they say, yes, I regularly discuss matters related to the FIFA World Cup with the President of the United States. And on this matter, I did receive a call from President Donald Trump, just as I received calls from the heads of state, government officials, football stakeholders, and business executives from around the world on many different issues. It goes on and on and on. Arocho, FIFA's underbelly. Gianni Infantino has made Sepp Blatter look like a saint.
Well, I think World Cup has its set of rules. We forget that each tournament has its rules. I believe World Cup has its rules in terms of the number of matches you can miss if you pick a double yellow card or if you pick a straight red card. So all these are stipulated in the rules. Yes. And I don't see anything wrong. Anyone calling Infantino, in any case you have their telephone number, to review, to ask for a review. I don't think it's to ask for a review for that particular yellow card. I think perhaps it's to ask for a review for the verdict that was given by a committee. I still don't have the real facts of the matter, whatever happened. But when you ask for a review, you cannot ask for a review on a particular yellow card. And that's why I normally say referee's confusion is final. Whatever he does on that pitch,
thank you for saying that,
is final. Then once it's taken to the committee, what you can ask for a review is the committee's verdict. And that's why you go to an appeals committee. So when you ask for a review, your review is taken to the appeals committee, not the disciplinary. The disciplinary committee will take it up initially when the referee is done with it.
Yes.
Then they will give their verdict. Yes. Then you, as an aggrieved party, you ask for a review, and that's when you appeal. And then whatever your prayers are taken now to the appeals committee. So that's where I feel whoever is it, be it the president of USA or whoever did make that call, placed that request for a review.
And Katela, I'm looking at it also, that particular review now has raised or has opened a can of worms. Now, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina have actually now raised an issue with FIFA on this matter. Belgium, who are playing with the USA in a game that will be played early tomorrow morning, have also raised an issue about this particular problem. England, who also, one of their players, so red, also have raised an issue because of this technicality as we speak. And let me read of this. Arocho, you mentioned this once upon a time, that, and it's in the FIFA statutes. Decisions taken by a referee on the field of play, as just Arocho said, are final and may not be reviewed by the FIFA judicial bodies.
Well, Tony, what I'll say first is that rules are rules in football, right? Rules are rules. And we've got the VAR these days, of which VAR is not one person. I think there are always three. We have the linesman, we have the center referee. So whatever happens there and the referee's verdict is that this is a red card, that's it. If a team has an issue, or football shouldn't be political, actually. It shouldn't be political. Kabisa, there is no place where President of US, in as much as wanajua na Gianni Infantino, this is football. A red card is a red card. Ishie hapo. There's no that we need this player, maybe he's a good player. No. We don't do that. It's not supposed to be like that. And I think FIFA president, this is the second time, and anakuwa kwa mata because of the way he's speaking. First it was about that referee, you know. Now, right now it's because of a US player. Red card inatolewa. How? Why? For instance, let's say that this incident happened in Africa. Let's say this incident happened in Africa.
Wait, AFCON.
You tell me. No. So I think FIFA, they should stand on their ground that whatever the referee has decided, that's it and that's it. If the referee made mistakes, yende anafaa chukuliwe sheria. Not that you take back the red card, it was not there, just because the president, being the host nation, them the superpowers amesema. Hapo ni kuharibu football. Actually, hiyo inaharibu mpira kabisa. Because now they're turning football into politics. Now people will start coming up with receipts. Ata sisi yetu, this happened. Can we review? Can we do? You know, because right now we also what happened during the Morocco and Senegal game. You know, so I'm just asking myself if this thing could have happened in Africa.
Where?
Ama if it could have been an African team, wangesema, you know,
a lot of things.
Football should not be political. The referee's confusion, decision
is final.
Story, let's review. You're reviewing after 90. To review up before the game continues. To review up kabla tusonge.
And Katela Darocho, imagine even the president himself, Donald Trump. I don't know why he mentioned this thing, but Trump just says it as it is. Americans fear nothing. Wanasemanga tu venye wanajisikia.
He doesn't sugarcoat.
Usema tu kwanza mnaweza kuwa mmepanga naye ati wewe usiseme hiki tu, but anaonekana huko nje na kelele aseme. In fact, kitu moja alisema kwanza amecheza golf na Hurricane. 2, akasema the referee who was officiating that game, USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina, at US has already profiled him. Already. Hiyo clip, naomba, kama mtu aicheza mimi play hapa mwenyewe, niko na hiyo clip already. Akiongea, ameprofile hadi referee. Donald Trump Arocho anasema, this referee has had a tainted past. Na Arocho tulikuwa naye conversation during World Cup Extra kwa show yetu. Tukasema marefari wa FIFA wamefanyiwa thorough vetting by the time they are going there. For a president to come out and start throwing shade at officials who have definitely underwent proper nini. And that's why let's also bring in former president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter, in one of his tweets on social media. We cannot verify whether this is really verified or not, because in this current set of things, mambo inaweza fanyika. Anasema hivi, red cards are not overturned by political phone calls. They are overturned by rules, evidence, and independent bodies. If a US president intervenes with the FIFA president and a player is suddenly cleared before a World Cup knockout match, the question is unavoidable. Akaongea hapa, akaweka vitu zake hapo, kuavadis, I think Arocha anajua ni lugha gani, FIFA. Football must never become a playground for political power. And Arocho, just to bring in the statutes themselves, ziko hapa zinasema, like example, like FIFA has treated as improper interference. Political authorities instructing the federation how to conduct competitions or disciplinary matters.
Quovadis means, where are you going? Like, Blatter asks, like, where are you going, FIFA? Quovadis means, where are you going? Yeah. Like,
well, I think if this is Sepp Blatter, then he's the wrong person to ask that question. Because Sepp was among the people who introduced a lot of corruption in FIFA. You remember that journalist who went and embarrassed Blatter in a press conference. But that one aside, I think we're just blowing this thing out of proportion.
Roger, let's just
wait. There's a reason why I'm saying so. We are blowing this discussion out of proportion. Why? not once, not twice. People do make appeals. For example, when Senegal were awarded the AFCON, do you know there were several appeals that were made? It is just that the American president has come out with his appeal. For me, that is an appeal. Okay. I don't want to look at it out of context. I just want to look at it as an appeal that has been made by USA to try and appeal and find ways of having their player back in the upcoming match. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It's nothing big. I feel FIFA will not listen to what they're saying, if you ask me. Because once FIFA does that, then they'll open a can of worms, and that will bring the game to a lot of judicial conversations. And I don't think we want to take that route. I think the player should not play, if you ask me, so that everybody else will not come up with the appeals that might bring the game to disrepute. Once again, for me, it's just an appeal that somebody went out and put it in public. But that's how I'm looking at it. It's nothing bigger. It's not bigger than any other appeal.
And I beg to differ because USA has a football governing body. Kuna federation yake.
Yes.
I don't think the president, let's example, right here in Kenya, something happens and then we see His Excellency William Ruto aonge. Tuko na president wa federation. I think those are the right people who are supposed to make an appeal. Or maybe Trump angeenda kwa federation and then aonge hapo, then the right
now they
within the to initiate the complaint. Because the moment the president comes in, there was a time Kenya was banned because the government iliingilia story of federation.
Correct.
You know, there was a time Kenya was banned because the government iliingilia mambo ya federation. So I don't think it's right kabisa. There are right people who can channel the complaint and everything, but for the president and then the red card inatolewa, kwani even if they are superpowers bana, tusiharibu mpira. Because a lot of people, trust you me, you've said Belgium wameanza, Bosnia and Herzegovina, England.
So it's not looking so nice so far. 0-0 Spain versus Portugal. This is 90 plus. We are on the Chambua game. Be part of this conversation. 0795045864. Hii mambo ya FIFA na US president. And Arocho, just to tell you and to remind you, the appeals committee ya FIFA, the chairperson is from the United States of America, called Neil Eggleston. The vice chairperson or deputy chairperson is Thomas Boston from Sweden. Members: 1, Qatar, Iran, Colombia, Guatemala, Germany, Papua New Guinea, Sao Tome, Argentina, Fiji, Botswana, Turks, and Russia. Appeals committee, chairperson, USA. Disciplinary committee, chairperson from United Arab Emirates, deputy from Colombia. Members, different countries. Arocho, this is very serious. And the reason I'm saying
that is just a coincidence, if you ask me.
No, it's not a coincidence. All these things have just made...
It is a coincidence in this sense.
Yes.
I don't think the chairman was appointed the other day.
Okay, it has been there.
It has been there for some time. And you know, in such a case, the chairman will have to disclose the fact that he is an interested party. Okay. Then he'll step out.
Yes,
I don't think he'll be part of the guys making that ruling. Normally, when such a case occurs, you as an interested party, even in a court of law, when for example, your brother is brought in your court, you will simply go and declare and announce that basically this is, I've seen it in several courts in Kenya. You declare and say that I have interest, conflict of interest. So basically, I'll try and get another judge. So I don't think, and that's why I'm saying once again, I'm reiterating my initial statement.
Yes.
I think this is just being blown out of proportion. The mistake that happened is Trump put it in public.
Yes.
I believe that USA had already lodged an appeal.
Okay.
So what Trump was saying there was basically what is in the appeal. What as a country, what their prayers they have for the appeal of that particular players. And once again, this thing is not big. For me, I think that player should not play. If in any case that yellow card rules him out. And then, of course, because that's why you have more than 12 players in a team. For the World Cup, I think you register close to 30 players. So that means that you have an excess of 2 players in every position.
Yes.
So once again, it is just, and we all know Trump. Trump is just, at times he makes utterances which are not for that particular forum. I think that
Trump is honest, Arocho. Trump just says it as it is. Trump does not hide, and that's why I like about Trump. Trump mtaongea naye in confidence.
Yes.
Asubuhi anakutoa nguo.
So and that's why I say that there must have been an appeal. A formal document presented from the United States Federation to FIFA appealing. And that's why you've even mentioned the appeals committee, and you've even talked about the disciplinary committee. First, even in Kenya, when there's a dispute in the Kenyan Premier League, the first stop is the committee that will give out disciplinary actions. Yeah. Then once you feel aggrieved, you go to the appeals committee. And in any case, you still feel aggrieved. That's why you enter CAS. The Court of Arbitration of Sports. So basically those are the channels that you can use when you are aggrieved in terms of soccer.
Experience game na steam. Sisi tuna experience game on and off the pitch. Yani Trump zile vitu alikunywa. Me, I'm even thinking Trump alikunywa steam. Na Trump akikunywa steam.
Alikunywa power.
Alikunywa power. This is from the super power. Akakunywa power steam. Wacha nikuambie zilikuwa zinatoka tu. Gianni Infantino alikuwa anasema gaga nipanie original tu nitulie bana. Nipanie tu original nitulie. So of course we have very many variations. Sasa watu wa officials wale wanafanya initoka crisis management pale FIFA. Inafaa wapewe tu recharge ya steam. Yani wa recharge sababu now this is a proper crisis from all the way from White House mpaka huko Switzerland. Ofisi za FIFA zinakuanga huko. Waende tu wapatiwe tu recharge sababu they have an explanation because the social media is on fire. So we're experiencing all this courtesy of steam. Na that's why sisi tuko hapa tunakaa usiku wa manane. Tuko na steam zetu, tuko na mascarf. Yani tuko na hoodie, tuko na scarf, kila kitu. Ikifika saa 9 baridi has nothing on us. Arocho unajua ukifikanga radio unapiganga zile steam panda. Ukikuja kwa TV ni kama una power.
Sando ijafika. It comes before the recess.
Of course, remember, for Steam, they have so many products for you. They have so many things that they are going to give you if you just go onto their social media platforms. Also, go to their their websites. Go check Steam. They have a variety of things they can give you. They have wonderful things, of course, on offer for you to enjoy during this World Cup. So Steam ni panda. Arocha atakuja kusema baadaye ile vilikuwa
No, as we just before we take a break, lazima tutana na hiyo for the break.
Oh, tutaifanya. Ikuja break utapiga hiyo Steam ya. Oh, by the way unakuanga na hiyo queue yako. So baadaye itakuwa hivyo. And also Arocha amesema Arocha akikuja tu hapa hivi alikuwa amekuja ameweka volume inapiga inachuna matuta. Sababu alikuwa yani sasa gari yake siku hizi atumiange hata internal speaker ya gari yake ameweka Von hapo kwa dashboard. Ile nduru anatupigianga hapa akiingia kwa parking ya Von. Arocho. Iko sunproof, iko dust proof, iko smoke proof, iko sabasaba proof.
Wanaingia watu.
Imagine. Nani ametukia road jamaa amenua Von. Amezima tenje ya gari yake, ameweka maspika za Von. Ai! Hivyo ndo tunapiga World Cup. Tunasikiza alikuwa anasikiza matangazo ya kina Lakeriano na Hassan Kauleni pale. Na of course akika zile nyimbo za zile zinakujanga pale Radio 47. So remember hapa ni Chambua Game 0795045864 ndo namba tunapiga. So we can discuss about this issue about the FIFA interference by the allegedly by USA. Na kuna barua hapa Rocho just before tuendelee na hiyo conversation. Nini moto sana. Call a friend pia iko. Msisahau kutuma majina ya wale mnajua wanatambua mambo ya ball. This is a letter sent allegedly or reportedly sent by the Labour member of parliament at St. Austin and uko watujua tuko uko ni Majum. Anasema lifting of 1 match ban of Jared Kwanza following a receipt of a red card. Dated 6th of July, that is today. Anasema this finds you well, and that little letter is addressed to FIFA in Zurich, Switzerland. However, huku mwisho inaleta nini inasema kwamba the integrity of a major international tournament depends not only on players and officials adhering to the rules, but also to those rules being applied equally to all participating nations. I'm sure will be unable to justify a situation in which one player benefits from a delayed suspension while another in materially similar circumstances does not. Aroche mambo, tunaweza endelea Aroche.
Who wrote that letter?
This is a member of parliament from UK.
To who?
To FIFA. Because they have had that particular incident wamepatiana ya Balogun, ule forward wa USA, wanataka the same thing ule Kwanza mwenye alipatiwa red card kwa England, pia they should rescind it.
That one.
So wanataka kusema pia, so the appeals committee now will be like, tuko na Mavon, wacha tusahau hiyo story.
That is null and void. You see, such a letter will not see the light of day. That letter cannot go anywhere. You cannot write to FIFA. They will not respond. The only channels of communication is through the federation.
Let's take Eugene, habari yako. Eugene, karibu sana 90 plus, Tony kwa Landa hapa, Arocho plus Katela. Tunapiga tu steam hapa, tukisikiza ngoma na Von. Uko wapi ndugu yangu?
Niko Kisii.
Uko Kisii, habari ya Kisii?
Nzuri sana.
Ongea na Saik mzae. Kwani wewe ni mtu wa Portugal umenyongwa na timu? Ni nini ba? Niko na Arocho na niko na Katela.
Nimeona vile ambavyo red card inatupiliwa mbali.
Hiyo red card bwana, ati sasa president amepigia FIFA ati atoe red card. Kwani President Trump ni nani?
Imagine hiyo nao ninasema kwamba hiyo ni visadi.
Ambia Arocho hapa ameng'ang'ana anatetea Gianni Infantino.
Arocho hapa nimeona ako serious anatetea sana.
Hebu mpashe.
Kwanza habari ya Bosongo.
Mpaka Kateri Messi amenyamaza bwana, amenyamaza ametulia.
Habari ya Bosongo.
Habari ya Bosongo iko sabana bwana, habari ya Bosongo iko salama kabisa.
Mumekaribisha coach vizuri?
Tumekaribisha vizuri na tena sana.
Sasa mimi
ninataka kuambia Roto. Aache mchezo bwana. Anatetea kitu ambao tumeona hata bwana si kitu kizuri.
Mimi sijatetea mtu. Mimi na kueleza tu vile sheria iko.
Kama timu yetu ya Afrika bwana ingefanywa hivyo hakuna mtu angeuliza.
Muulize.
Mimi kwanza sijasema ati hiyo kadi itolewe. Mimi nimekueleza tu vile ikiwa kitu tafanyika uwanjani, zile steps zinafuatwa. Sijasema kadi itolewe, maana hiyo kadi haiwezi itolewa.
Ni sawa nasema, lakini ukweli ni president kupiga simu kuja kwa FIFA ni vibaya.
Kweli, hiyo ni government interference ama third party interference.
Exactly.
Na umesema unatutizama ama unasikiza? Unatutizama kwa TV?
Mimi natazama a lot vile anapiga simu yake hapo kwa TV.
Upewe gani?
Unataka kuona vile naimeza?
Mimi nimeona kabisa.
Haya, ngoja angalia vile naimeza.
Naona mimi nimemeza.
Asante.
Kitu unajua ni hata wapige simu.
Yes.
Sasa wapige simu.
Asante.
Thank you so much, man. Amesema ametoka kule Kisumu.
Bosongo.
Bosongo. Asante sana. Of course, najua mko na coach mpya, a very new technical bench pale Shabana. Mtatumaliza hii next season. Katela mwana venye Shabana wamekuja na moto.
Nimeona.
But well done, of course. Hii itakuwa ni countdown to 2030 FIFA World Cup. Shabana produce good players, ndio Benny McCarthy achague maplayer watupeleka World Cup, Spain, Morocco na Spain na Portugal in 2030. Sasa Aroch, of course, remember you can call us uchangie kwa hiyo mada. And also if you are joining us, remember tuko na segment ya call a friend. Zawadi ni mingi. Steam venye tu Arocho ana meza, anamumunya mpaka unasikia ikifanya bagugu kama ni mawe inaruka kwa tumbo inapita hapo hivyo. Tutakuletea Steam. Nyaringita amesema ako na courier service, inaweza fika Moyale, inaweza fika Uganda, utaletewa Steam na merchandise na kila kitu. Send us a name of course someone you know anajua mambo. 22047, start with the name Von, VON. Tuambie wewe ni nani, tupate jina ambaye ule jamaa ambaye unataka unamwaminia mambo ya ball na namba yake, tutampigia simu call a friend kuanzia saa 5 pap. Mazawadi ndio hizo. Maspika tunawadunga. Masteam tunawapea. Scarf tunakupea. Ukitaka Katela ni leo tu ndo ako off tu leo Monday jioni, but kuanzia kesho mchana unaweza mpata.
Malebo, hujasema. Asi malebo ule lebo, yani hizi malebo. Zikiwa mbili ni malebo. Lebo. Mbili malebo.
Shida sisi millennials kidogo hizo mashina zikutoka kitambo sana. But remember it's 90 plus hapa segment in Chambua Game. Mbio Arocho, hiyo game tulikuwa tunasema kwamba sasa hiyo game yenye inaleta shida sana ni hiyo game ya Belgium, ya USA na Belgium katika round of 16.
Well, personally, I think that card will stand, if you ask me, because once you withdraw that card, then it will bring a lot of problems.
Yeah.
At times, in the public interest,
you make moto.
And mimi, I know the rules are there.
Yes.
Hii mambo ya hii kadi kutoka, I still, and that's why I said, I still don't know under what circumstance that, if in any case it was being withdrawn, how it was being withdrawn. Because even the appeals committee, or even the disciplinary committee, after they've made their ruling, they will give us how they came to that verdict. And basically, it's not rocket science. Anybody else who's been in the game will get to interpret what and how they came to that verdict.
And Arocho also, UEFA, the equivalent of CAF in Europe, also issued a statement, Katela, while issued a statement about this same incident here, President Trump and FIFA and that sort of interference. Wakasema kwamba they have not seen. I'm trying to see that statement. Si kama mko nayo hapo Nyaringita before tuende kwa break. I really wanted that statement to read it. Nakumbuka sijui niliiweka wapi, because UEFA said they condemned that particular incident. They did not expect it to be actually to happen in this day and age. Akimenitoka tu hapa hili. I wish I had it. But
statement from
UEFA.
Let's see.
On that matter about Trump na FIFA. Imenipotea tu kidogo. Ziko nini nilitoka?
If there's one,
yes.
I can look for it nione kama naweza ipata.
Ilikuwa
I just think, Tony, that football shouldn't be political. There are some right channels to follow if one has a complaint. Because when such things happen, honestly, it's inharibu ball. Honestly speaking, inharibu ball. You see the way we said when during AFCON, when Morocco walienda, it was said out the winners, we kept on saying champions are made on the pitch. Hapo kitu referee aliamua. And I remember Arocho was the first person saying when the referee allowed the Senegalese player to come back
on
and
the pitch,
continue playing.
Final.
Hapo ndio hiyo kitu alisema that
there's no statement of that kind. Unajua pia nakuona unataja statement zako.
Ilikuwa
it could have been either in the X ya UEFA ama on Facebook ya UEFA. I've tried to search for it.
Sijui nilitupa wapi, ilikuwa tu ni venye hawajanipatia.
Ni kama ulijiandikia.
No, but jiandikia. Mimi nasoma tu vitu.
No, but one thing about the digital world, another thing that we also need to be very careful, is that people come up with a lot of
I know they can create
creations. And that's why I normally, if something happens, I go to the verified page and confirm from it from there. Several times, CAF has made statements, and there are certain statements that people make and try to make it look like it's CAF. But when you go to the official handles, that is basically the X, the Instagram, and of course the
There,
Facebook.
Rocho.
Thank you.
Where?
UEFA.com.
Yes.
Wait.
Asante sana.
Yesterday's decision to suspend the probationary period
Thank you.
Wait. Thank you, Angoa.
of a year, the implementation of 1 month
Wait,
automatic
let-
suspension following the red card issued to the player following Balogun crossed a red line. Football, like any other sport, relies on rules, which are the basis for fair, honest, and transparent competition.
Asanta.
Sometimes rules are open to interpretation. In this case, not. A minimum automatic suspension of the match following a red card is not a discretionary option and does not require the decision of a competent body to be enacted.
Thank you.
It is a principle embedded in regulations which cannot be made subject to exceptions, let alone in the middle of a tournament where several other players have been in the same situation and regularly served their suspension. When the certainty of rules is no longer guaranteed by its guardians, the integrity of the game is at stake and the credibility of a competition is undermined. Equally, such decision creates a precedent in the ongoing tournament where a similar situation will now require an equal treatment to the detriment of the competition. Football is the most loved sport in the world because it is a beautiful game and is trusted because it is played everywhere with the same laws.
Thank you.
A tournament is never a pure
Thank you.
standalone.
Kuna 30
and
seconds kama unataka kuripu.
No,
in
no,
the
I want to
tournament,
see.
nimalize, if the
Oh,
tournament
okay.
Usisome yote.
ndio
Why?
namalizia,
Mpatia some.
line mbili,
You know,
line mbili
Soma
imebaki.
basi Katela.
The
If
point
the
is,
tournament in question is the World Cup, it has the power to drive positive or negative consequences on the game as a whole. We express our disbelief at such an unprecedented, incomprehensible, and unjustifiable decision.
Yes.
That is
let me
from
see it.
UEFA.
That is UEFA.com. This is 90
This is
plus
Instagram.
Facebook.
Let me see.
UEFA.com.
Let-
Utafungua. And of course,
Actually,
after the
it's
break.
10 hours ago.
Yeah. After the break, of course, tutakuja Darocho asiseme ati tumetoka kujitafutia.
No, I've not said.
We are not keyboard warriors.
No, before you go to the break.
Yes.
I'm not disputing the fact that it's wrong. I wanted to see that statement.
Okay.
I was not disputing that.
Sawa,
they're
Arocho
wrong.
ameona statement, tumeisoma, Katela ameisoma. Hapa ilikuwa ni segment ya Chambua Game. Hapa 90 plus, Fred Arocho together with Katela, Macy and myself over here. Of course, on the other side of Radio 47, we have Kauleni together with Lucky Riano commentating the Spain versus Portugal round of 16 fixture. Currently, right now at the halftime break. We are taking also a short break, a steam break. We will be back with more reggae, like Katela always says. Don't go away.